welcome to another battle on WOT Tactics. I'm on the Hetzer, the Tier 4 German tank destroyer, what historically was a very much feared tank by the Allies because of the fact that it had such good camouflage factors and especially very good guns. Now in WOT, actually, I don't think it performs as well as his historical reputation. In fact, I use it actually with the anti-tank gun, and I try to snipe with it, but I'm never really that successful. So with this battle, I'm going to show you, I'm going to be using the Hetzer, fighting with the Hetzer in a very different style from the usual hide and snipe approach. I'm going to be a little bit more mobile, in fact far more mobile and a bit more active. And in this instance, we're actually against Tier 3, so my gun is plentiful, for even doing damage, not just penetrating. And I take up this position under the railway because that would be usually my usual place to go to snipe. However, it doesn't seem to be paying off very well because A, there are not that many enemies attacking along the railway, which is usually along there. And also I've got this M2 medium that's kind of a bit standing in the way. There, finally I get a bit of the opportunity to shoot, but they retreat, so the opportunity unfortunately is lost there. I actually want to get that Panzer IC out of the way because I find that more of a threat. There's quite a high number of us in there, so which is good. You know, there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks plus one there. There's about 6 of us against about 4. But these enemies, they tend to kind of hide, and they're also very effective at getting us down. I managed to actually sling a shot there in between the building and the tank on the side. It was probably more luck than skill. But then I realized that A, we are losing, and B, the enemy is beginning to have a clear run to the base. In fact, you can see here there's a Matilda and a Hetzer. There are basically, I've got nothing between them and the base apart from maybe this Covenanter. So I go back. I'm obviously in the chat telling the team to go and defend base, but before I cross over, I need to make sure that I don't get hit. So I see if I can take out this BT2, sorry, A20, and I get it out. That's good. Somebody's shooting at me, but I am more interested in going towards the base and stopping that Matilda from getting to it. You can see me stopping there. I'm actually typing in the chat to go and defend base. Nobody's stopping that Matilda, and certainly the Covenanter is not going to be able to do that. So I go, take up my position, and hope that the Matilda will make his move forward, which he does. We've lost the artillery, unfortunately, which could have been a good help in this situation. Now, how typical that the Matilda just manages to stop right on the very edge. So I track him, and then I start pounding him. But he backs off, and I'm gonna have to use my frontal armor. I'm lucky there to deflect its shots, and now it's the turn of the Panzer IC, who just manages to go behind the building just before I reload the next shot, and then suddenly I realise I've got that Grant behind me. Now this is bad, but he's not a very good player. He doesn't seem to aim very well, and because there are no enemies apart from the B1, I decide to go for the Grant and just use my armor. And I'm attacking it frontally. Now, I never played the Hetzer like this. This is very aggressive. It's not my way of playing, but I had to do it in order to basically get rid of him. And then I use his armor, his hull, as protection. And can you see I'm always keeping the front towards the Speed 2. I'm also face hugging him because he can't hit me from above. If I face hug him, he's higher than me and he just can't hit me. So I managed to destroy that. So we've got 4 kills. I can breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief. And I was actually going to go and actually come down this side and just check the situation there, because there's already two of us here. But then that Panzer IV-D is making moves forward. That T-60 is going to die, because the Panzer IV-D has got a very good gun. And it's, like you can see now, it's going to die very soon. And I get a clear shot to the Panzer IV-D, and I managed to destroy it. Okay, 5 kills. That T-70 actually managed to survive amazingly, and we now have 2 left. So I would say base is now safe. What we have to do is get rid of this artillery, and especially the M2 medium. And I decide not to go and chase this artillery, because I'm already down on 105 HP, and my teammates are pretty low on health. T-70 with only 10%, and the Covenanter with only 3. And in fact, the T-70 gets destroyed, and I finally get the artillery with a long-range shot, and I've got my top gun. And at this point I think, well, I'm not going to take any further chances. The M2 medium, look, you can see it was right there, so I could actually go and kind of snipe from there, but because of my low health, and because of the fact that my teammates have actually gone away from it, I mean, the Covenanter I could have really used the Covenanter to do the spotting for me, and instead it just runs off. So all I can do is stand here and see if perhaps, just perhaps, the M2 medium will come through up this way, or maybe from here. So by staying here, I can cover him coming through the hangar, behind the hangar, or from sort of there, like that. I might still have a chance to spot him. And I actually tell them to cap. I say to the Covenanter, go and cap. You might as well. I mean, I don't need to kill anymore. I mean, I'm happy with my top gun. For me, the main thing is winning. And at this point, if you cap, there's very likely the M2 medium will make a way to try and reset. And lo and behold, as I'm kind of standing here waiting for the M2 medium to show up somewhere, and luckily the Valentine AT has also gone to see if you could spot him, and there he is, spotted. And this is where unfortunately the game doesn't help me, because even though I could actually hit him, look at that, I made the mistake of engaging auto aim, because I was expecting him to kind of move around, and then I finally can get him, and just as I'm about to kill him, he turns and he misses my shot. Still, very, very pleased with this game. Got Top Gun, but sometimes on the Hetzer, it probably pays, especially in the city maps where you don't really have that many chances for sniping. It probably pays to play the Hetzer more like an aggressive medium or an aggressive light tank rather than a pure tank destroyer. But don't always do it, because if you are too daring, you risk being destroyed very easily by flanking enemies. Thank you for watching.